To reach into the killer's mind, we have tried to enter their mindset to truly understand them. Firstly, we're going to look at the murder weapons which captured these crimes. Killers of this calibre look for different aspects in their murder weapons. Use of camera work and camera choice is vital to their style, with the style being a high focus. We have successfully narrowed it down to 3 possible choices. Oli is now going to run through the 3 different murder weapon choices.
Our first camera was the Samsung bridge camera, which was the WB1-100F with 35 times wide optical zoom and 16.4 megapixel camera. It's a high-level, high-precision video camera with various features which are like zoom, flash, various different filter features and speed control. This gave us a high-level finish and almost a professional look to our work, as it was really a step up from what we used last time. The camera also came with tripod active mount, which meant we could mount it up to a tripod and ensure it was steady, and also had HD functions which enabled to really give us a clear picture, and it was able to handle low light conditions really well, which was a key part of our video. Our second camera was the JVC Steadicam, which had a 40 times optical zoom, so slightly wider field than the bridge camera. But this camera really, while it didn't have the detail and the HD quality we wanted, it was easily portable and kind of provided us with an amateur look that we were trying to represent through the film work and almost like make the story more believable. And again, this came with a tripod, and we were able to mount it in similar ways, and it was easy to connect up to laptops and whatever we were using to get any information from it and any of the video. So the JVC was the cheapest and therefore the most accessible for the band, and this was the sort of thing that they'd use for a band of their calibre. Our last camera was the iPhone 5S. This was a good HD quality, 720p recording abilities, easily accessible and portable. It linked well with a Mac laptop which they may have used, or any other sort of software, as it's all easily accessible and containable. The only issue with it is it's by far the most expensive for the least quality camera work. However, they may have used it as it's, again, as I said, easily accessible and has good key features that can help it deal with different light levels, and has selective focus, which enabled the band to choose and set out how they wanted to film it, and then make it easier to film in different locations and light levels. So we believe that the bridge camera is what the band would have used, as it had obviously all the functionality they required and the ability to use a tripod with it, and it was able to focus in on areas they wanted to show and highlight more detail to, and then they could easily control and edit the footage that they've received from that, and they will have used it for its high resolution quality, even in low dark settings and poor light quality, and for good up close shots. It allowed them to explore emotions in a variety of different lighting situations and produce high quality work that portrays their feelings and the band's feelings. It's best shown through where Jack is in his cell almost, and throughout all the close-up shots we used throughout the video. Yeah, looking back, the killers probably would have used the iPhone camera as its ability to focus the shots in one specific point, and then it's easy to it's good at handling light issues, would have provided a better appearance to the overall product. And these were probably some of the biggest issues we had with technology, and we probably could have handled it better throughout the task, but I reckon we've done the best with what we had.
The killers would have also used editing to create the music video. I'm now going to move over to our expert Oli to talk more about editing.
The first program that they may have used while editing the video was possibly Adobe Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro supports high resolution video editing up to 10,240 times to 8,192 resolution, and up to around 32 bits per channel of colour in both RGB and VY. Audio sampling, editing levels and VST audio plug-in support and 5.1 surround sound mixing make it a strong possibility, as it will enable them to enhance the music and put it together with what they're displaying on screen in a more effective way, driving the story on with the help of the music. Adobe uses a timeline-based software package which then enables you to put video in, see the audio and then cut and change in between each. So you get the clip you've cut and the work you're working with in this 2D screen space, and then this is your overall product in the right screen space. You can also see where all your clips that you can use for your product will be. This is in the project bin, and you can then just click and drag them onto the timeline where you can then cut in and out to choose the shots.
What other video editing software could the killers have used?
Another piece of software would be Final Cut Pro. This is a non-linear editing video software developed by Apple in modern times, and it runs on all Mac OS based computers powered by OS X version 10.9 or later, and it has some key features within it. It is, as I said, it's a non-linear, non-destructive editing software which is available for any QuickTime compatible video format, including HDV and all other kinds. It supports a number of simultaneously composed video tracks, so unlimited audio tracks, multi-camera editing for combinations videos of multiple camera sources, as well as various different editing, remapping editing functions, and comes with a wide range of video transitions and range of video and audio filters that help develop what you have video-wise into a more whole product. So this is the Final Cut Pro dashboard. As you can see, along the bottom is your timeline, so where all the clips and audio is placed. At the top right is your viewing screen, so this way you can see the clips where they've been put together and put onto the actual final edition. On the left you have your bin with all your clips in, and then above that is where you can choose the specific clips and where you cut in and out and then place it into the timeline, which can then be used. All the editing tools and software all along the middle band, where you can find all transitions, text. So the functions within it enable you to have standard ripple, roll, slide, slip, scrub, razor blade and time remapping functions. It has video and audio features and filters such as keying tools, mats, vocal repoppers and de-essers. It also has manual three-way colour correctional filter video scopes and a selection of generators such as slugs, test cards and noises that can then be used to develop your product and actually make it what you want it to be. The final editing software they may have used is iMovie, which is available for Mac and any iOS device such as iPhone or iPad. It has very similar features to all the other ones. High definition video support, so it can use video within MPEG-4 or QuickTime movie files, and it works well with any other iDevice, so it makes it easy to integrate any filming you've done on an Apple product into iMovie, as it's a very simple and quite straightforward process. It also has a title function which enables you to put text onto your project and then edit what it looks like and where it is on the screen. It comes with enhanced features which enable you to improve video quality. It comes with filter features which enable you to use a wide variety of different filters. For example, the Killers used a black and white filter on most of their clips. Audio settings, visual settings, different pan and zoom effects such as Ken Burns, and also noise reduction and equalizer qualities that enable you to get the most out of your video from the clips that you've got. Studying the footage, we can see how the clips use the professional lighting to reveal the band's fame. they've used that polished lighting again within the performance to reveal how they are one of the major bands within the genre, and using the equipment in a way to sway the viewer to specific feelings about the band and towards the band, and here it's represented as loneliness and depression. The lack of colour and darkness of the other members of the band exposes the failings of the singer, as he almost stands alone even when he's surrounded by the rest of the group. This is reflected as loneliness, and while it's not in plain sight, with the lighting it's being portrayed that this is the way he actually feels. With the lighting in plain sight, this is actually how he feels. Throughout the production they use two sources of light. This is the semi-fresnel lights that have been shown in the hall. This gives them a professional look to their performance and allowed them to use different levels of light and different almost spotlights to fully expose the performance and what they're trying to portray. The other source could have been lamps using funnels, so this is more of an amateur look where they'd suit the style of what they were trying to display with easy, flexible to use positions and quite easily accessible resources that they could use to. This is a switchboard similar to that the Killers may have used. It has various different lights set up, each with different intensities, so a medium intensity or a high intensity, all controlling different lights in different areas for the spotlights, and overall different flash effects that you can fade the lights in and out with. We believe the Killers used the semi-professional lights as this was an aspect that gave them a polished and increased the audience perspective upon them, and also the varying intensities and focused around the singer allowed them to handle any complications the camera had, and we have found evidence that the video had issues with lighting, which again resulted in them having to refine their lighting choices and choose effectively what would become the best for their video. There was also suspicion that the band wanted to have an amateur look, common to the genre, and wanted the appearance, but the band managed through using the various aspects of the setting to highlight the common. The band wanted an amateur look that was common to the genre and wanted the appearance that came with this, but the band managed through using the setting and the location to highlight this common feeling between being famous but still being a sort of garage band. This makes it almost copycat to some previous crimes. After visiting the scene of the crime and looking at all the technology used, it's hard to imagine how they ever got away with it. If you have any information that can help us lead to the capture of these killers, please let us know.